Welcome to today's GIS tutorial. I am Apradeep বিশ্বাস with you. Currently, I am studying in Khulna University of Engineering and Technology. Today, we will learn map digitizing in semi-automatic method. So today, we will be covering classify raster into two classes, create polyline feature to start vectorization and cleanup, finalize the polygons, labeling using class 1. Now we will start with our digitizing process. First, we will add our raster data. So we will add this image here. We will ignore the warning and click OK. So you can see this data is more continuous than our previous data. So we can easily digitize it. For the semi-manual digitization, we will need a toolbar called ArcScan. I have already enabled it here. You can enable it by going to customize toolbars and ArcScan. To start with the process, we must satisfy a requirement that ArcScan needs. So the requirement is classifying our image into two classes. Uh, we can do that by going to the properties, then in the symbology panel we will select classified and we will select two classes. After selecting all that, we will click OK, and you can see it has already classified the image into two classes. We are done. Next, we will need a polyline feature so that we can vectorize the lines of this map. So we will simply go to the catalog panel and click on new and create a new shapefile. We will name it poly new s, and the feature type will be polyline, and as we haven't declared our special reference, so we will keep it unknown here as well. Then we will click OK and again click OK. So you can see it has already been added. Now we will start vectorization. First, we will click start editing and select the newly created shapefile polyneucas. You can see the ArcScan panel is now working. First, we will go to the vectorization and click show preview. It will take some time. It basically show all the features that can be vectorized. But we don't want to vectorize all the things on the map. Rather, we want the lines only. For that, we need a cleanup. We can do that with two different methods. First one is through raster cleanup. Enable the panel by going to raster cleanup and start cleanup. You can see the panel is now enabled. Then at the right side of the panel, you will see a tool called magic erase. Click on it. We can select a certain area. Let's do this one. You can see the area is already cleared, so we cannot see the numbers here, but in the other areas we can. But this process is somewhat lengthy. There is another method with selection. For that, we will go to the cell selection panel and select connected cells. Here we will keep the default options, but in the raster pixels we will give 200, and after all the selections we will click OK. You can see, if I zoom in, you can see the numbers are all selected, because these are the discrete features of the map and the lines are the continuous features. So we can just clean these cells with one click. Go to the raster cleanup and erase selected cells. You can see that all the numbers are already cleaned, but we have some leftovers here. We can just remove it using the magic erase tool, just like this, and we are done. We will finalize our work by making the polygons. First, we will click Generate Features from the Vectorization panel. Then we can see that the layer is now visible with some lines. If I disable this, you can clearly see that some lines are generated. But if we see the attribute table, you can see in the attribute table nothing is there. Okay, so what we can do is we can use a tool named feature to polygon. We can search for it and go to feature to polygon, select this layer as input, just drag it and then save in a suitable location. Like I will make a name map vector, then save and then click OK. So you can clearly see, if I change the symbology, you can see that our polygons are generated. So our map is primarily vectorized. Now what we have to do is labeling the polygons. We will use +1 for that. First we will add the previous raster image for one more time. I have already did that. So now to understand the text, we will just go to the properties of our map vector layer, go to display and make it 85% transparent. Now we will clearly see the text. Make sure start editing is enabled, and now we will go to the create feature panel and select the map vector. In the next we will just select the initial polygon like this one, and now we will click the +1. In the field we will select id and the initial value will be 1. Now click go and click the polygon again. Now we will just serially click the next polygon and repeat the process for the next polygons. I will fast forward the video from now. Now we are done with our leveling. Let's see it in the attribute table. And this one, and click save edits. We have this one selected, so just click the here select button and select this one. So you can see the IDs are clearly visible and our map is now completely digitized. We have already learned a lot of analysis techniques, and about the toolbars. So now we will move to a project. This is based on vector based basic spatial analysis. So let's read the project and solve this. So we are given the following special data sets with LCC projection for Tekna Poroshama. That is administration boundary. We have road with both polyline and polygon, and we have structure. The first question is find out the total number of structures based on their land use categories for each ward within a distance of 20 meter. It is given that structures those are within the given distance and even touch the buffer distance from the road. And the second question is calculate the percentage of road based on road area as per their road type for each ward. Now we will solve this project in ArcMap. First we will add the data. So for adding we can go here and select all those shape files. Now if we open the attribute table of structure, you can see that the structures are classified with their land use. Now if we want to select the structures within a 20-meter distance from the road, we can go to the selection panel and we will select the select by location option. There in the selection method we will keep it default. In the target layer we will select structure and the source layer we will select road poly, and we will intersect the source layer feature, and for the search distance we will click 20, and then if we click OK, you can see the structures that are within the roads and intersecting the roads are already selected. If we change the symbology, you can see better. See, now we will delete this count field for inserting our values so that we can select all the cells. So we will just select this count field like this and right click and delete field. Now we will add another field and count. In that field we will select the field calculator. We will just put 1 inside apostrophe. Click OK. You can see the records that are selected is automatically given 1 and that are not are given 0. So now we need the word numbers inside this layer. So to do that we can just go to geoprocessing and intersect the administration boundary and the structure. Before giving taking the structures, we will just clear all the features because we want to take all the polygons. So we will take the structures. Done. Now we will just name it intersect and save it in a suitable location and click OK. Now it will take some time to process, but it has already been processed, you can see. So now if we open the intersect attribute table, you can see that the word number is added. Now for the further analysis we will move to Excel, because in Excel we can visualize our data better for the project. To move the data to Excel, we will just select all the data in our attribute table, and then we will just go to this corner and right click and just copy selected. Now we will go to Excel. In Excel, we will just paste the data that we have copied previously. Then we'll go to insert and go to pivot table. We will select all these range and click OK. Now in the pivot table, we will uh, put the land use in the rows. Then we will put the word ID in the columns, and in the values we will use count, and in the count we will just deselect the one, sorry, 0, and select the one and click OK. Now you can clearly see uh, the structures based on word and based on their land use. So the first question of our project has been solved. For the second question, we have to find out the percentage of road as per their road type in each word. So for the task, we have to intersect the road layer and the administration boundary layer first. So we will go to intersect and we'll take road poly because we have to calculate the area and area percentage, and we will take administration boundary. Now we will just intersect this layer and name it intersect r a. Let's save this. It will take some time. So we have the intersection. Now we have to just dissolve this layer based on the road type, that is this, and the word ID. Now if we click OK, you can see it has been dissolved already. Now if we open the attribute table, you can clearly see that the roads are classified into the ward number and based on their road type as well. So if I calculate the percentage, I have to just make another field. I will add a field named PERCEN percentage. So I'll make it double and click OK. Now first I will see the total area from the statistics. The total area is sum, like this. I will copy this value, and then in the percentage field I will uh, go to the field calculator. Now first we will select the shape area, then we will divide it by our previously copied total, and we will multiply it by 100, sorry, 100, and click OK. Now you can see the percentage is showing. So the second question of the project has been solved. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.